Welcome everyone. Today we are discussing expected question for CSAT 2024. Today we will take a few questions from number system. Let's see this question. The number of employees in ABC firm is a prime number less than 300. The ratio of number of employees who are graduates and above to that of employees who are not can possibly. So they have given what they are saying. They are, let's say they are graduate employees and they are non-graduate. Their sum has to be less than 300. And what they are saying, and this sum is less, is a prime number, right? So they are asking which of these can possibly, be the combination. So indirectly, what you have to do, you have to find that the sum of these two numbers, if it is a prime, then that is the right combination, otherwise it is not. Let's say 101 plus 88. That is how much? 189. Now, see, you have to train your mind with prime numbers. See, you have to understand this. CSAT is now in 2023 was very difficult. Now CSAT 2024 is going to be more difficult, and if you qualify CSAT, you qualify prelims, you write mains. Without CSAT, game would not be there. So, and in CSAT, you cannot move ahead without knowing prime numbers. So it is very, very important. See, if you trained your mind with the prime numbers, you will say this is not a prime number. Otherwise, it is divisible by, let's say it is divisible by 3, right? Yes. And it is also divisible by 9. So it is not a prime number. Similarly, you will take 187. 187 is a prime number? No, because it's a divisible by 11, right? Similarly, see, even in this case, do not limit yours, train your mind. You should be able to visualize, okay, this number is also divisible by 27. How much? 27 sevens is, yes, 27 sevens is 189. This is the way you have to think. Immediately, once you see 189, you must tell yourself, oh, this is not a prime number because it is divisible by 11. Similarly, let's come to 10 ratio 111. So it will be 121. And this everybody knows it's not a prime number because it is divisible by 11. Right? Now comes the last number. That is 97 plus 84. That would be how much? 183. Now 183, see again, if your mind is trained, you will say this is a prime number. Otherwise, what is the test? You take the square root of that number. Right? Let's say, and let's say this square root comes n. Then you will check for all the number less than n. Let's say some numbers square root came to be, let's say 100 is there, right? 100 square root is 10, and you want to identify whether 100 is a prime number or not. What do? You check for all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10, right? If it is divisible by that number, if the 100 is divisible by any of these numbers, then 100 is not a prime. And in this case, yes, you can see obviously 100 is not a prime number. Fine. So this is the test. But again, see, more important that when you practice, try to train your mind with prime numbers for that purpose. Here you can see all the prime numbers, less than 1000. So what you will do? Make this observation. How many prime numbers are there between 1 and 100? 2 is the prime number. It is the only prime number. So you will say, okay, 2, 3, 5, 7. These are one observation you might make to like. You might like to count the number prime number less than 100. So you will say, okay, this row is 10. So I add one more number, this is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You will make this observation. There are 25 prime numbers less than 100, right? Less than 100. So this observation is important. See, if you will keep this data in mind, see why I'm investing time here. This will resolve many problems. This will make obsolete many calculations in CSAT examination when you remember these kind of thought. So once in a while, what you can do, you can just observe the prime numbers. See, there is a big theory in number theorists who study prime numbers. Prime numbers are, the foundation of all numbers. So they invest their life with prime numbers. But here you might also like to observe the distance between prime numbers. Let's say here distance is 1, here 2, here 2 again, here 4. So you will see, okay, there is no set pattern between, gap between two prime numbers. But as you keep on, as you move further, you realize that distance between these prime numbers keep on increasing. Okay, I must say this statement with a grain of salt because we do not know all the prime numbers yet. But again, yes, the common observation is that as you move into the series, the distance between them increases. So regarding our question, you see, 181 is a prime number, right? Because what was our question? Just let me see. 97 plus 84. 97 plus 84. This has to be how much? 181. I'm not sure. Okay, I think I earlier wrote 183 and I said it is a prime number. Okay, maybe I cannot recall. So if 183 is not a prime number, it is 0 by 3. So this is a prime number, right? So if your mind is trained with the prime number, you will immediately catch it. You will not even go into calculation. Now please come to second question. What it says, the smallest integer n, for which 4 to the power n is greater than 17 to the power 19. Now, first important thing, whenever you get question like this in CSAT or any other quantitative examination, generally how to approach this question? You will try to make the base common or powers common. But here you have to identify n. So you will tell yourself this thing. You will say, let's say if I for sure that 16 to the power 19 is less than 17 to the power 19. No argument in this, right? Any child, because the base power is same and base here is less. So and the base is more than is not a decimal digit. So sorry, it is more greater than 1. So this is always more, no doubt, right? Everyone knows 17 is greater than 19. So can you change this thing? So you will say, okay, this becomes 4 to the power 38. This means 4 to the power 38 is also greater less than 7 to the power 19. So immediately you will say that the number cannot be less than 38. Then you will eliminate. So let's say you eliminated it, and then you will say, okay, 39 will be the answer. But let us take this discussion one step further. Now you put 4 to the power 39. And now you are saying it is greater than 7 to the power 19. You have not yet calculated how you reached to till 39 through options because you eliminated other 3. So here what you will say, 4 into 4 to the power, you can write like this, 16 to the power 19 is greater than just 17 to the power 19, right? This is nothing but this is 4 to the power 38, this is 4 to the power 1, and this is multiplication. Fine. Now you have to convince yourself of this. 4 is greater than 17 to the power 16 to the power 19. Now 17 to the power 16 is more than 1, and exactly how much it would be? 17 divided by 16 would be 1 plus 1 upon 16, and 1 is how much is 1 upon 16? 0.0625. See, you must know the value of 1 by 2, 1 by 3 till 1 by 20. If you know these numbers, your calculation becomes very easy. So indirectly what you are trying to say, 4 is still larger than 1.0625 to the power 19. Now I understand that this is a difficult calculation, and you cannot do all these things in examination, but train your mind to such okay. So here what is the observation? If the number is very small, even if you take power 19, still then it remains less than say number like 4. So that is the observation. See, when you have these kind of abilities in any aptitude examination, I say there are 3 levels. Level 1. Level 1, they talk about too much competition, right? Like SSC and then level 2, there is competition. It is some logic comes that like bank PO and these three. Now CSAT, in CSAT, at least in quantitative part, observing paper of 2023, you might say that it has moved above bank PO level. It has moved into level 3. It is not yet at the CAT and CAT and that level. That is still far ahead. But yes, here you cannot enter into the examination with the bank PO and SSC skill low. You have to have high cognitive skills and lots of practice. Next question, please. If a plus 2 and a plus 4 are prime numbers, then the possible number of solution for a is what? Now, this is a simple question. Now you will say again, I cannot count all the numbers, but at least you can approach this question. What you will say? Let's say I take the smallest prime number, that is 2. Then a plus 2 has to be 4. Then you will say this is not a prime number because these two are not a prime number. 2 is a prime number. Next combination, 3, 5, then 7. Here you will say, okay, all this is working. So I got one combination. Fine. Then you will move to the next part. Then you will say, okay, 5, 7, 9. You will say no. Then 7, 9. 9 is not a prime number. You will stop. Then you will say 11, 13. Happy. But again 15, not a prime number. 13, 15 cannot be a prime number, right? So 17, 19, 21. So then you will be in confusion how to how long I have to check. Now see, now there is option 1, 2, 3. Try at max you can try, let's say I will say do not try more than, let's say, 25, because it would be time not good use of time. And with 99% probability you can mark this option. I'm not getting any other method of solving this question perfectly. See, nobody can, in fact I can claim this thing, nobody can solve this question perfectly because nobody knows all the prime numbers and maybe yes, but this question is there, so you will take a good guess and you will say this is my combination and that's why it is there. Now come to the next question. This is a wonderful question. What it says, if the product of 3 consecutive number is 15600, 15600 and 3 consecutive number, right? So let's say one number is x minus 1, x plus 1, and this product is like that. The sum of squares of these. Let's see the question. They have not given the numbers. If they will give you number, you will do it by options. But they are asking the sum of the squares of these integers. See, now this question can be approached 2 ways. One, let's say your cognitive skill, your computer, you're very much familiar with numbers. You know all the squares from 1 to 30, right? You are very good in calculation. Then those kind of people will do it very. Cat people will do it immediately. But you are preparing for UPSC. You don't know. You are not supposed to invest so much of time learning all that. But yes, you must know at least square till 25. That is that I think you must do. Then what you will say, you will make an observation. I have to have 2 zeros at the end, and first I have to find the range. What would the range? You will say, okay, let me try for 20 cube. We are assuming all the 3 numbers are same. So this will be 400 into 20. That will be 8,000, right? You will say, okay, this is 15,000. So number has to be more than 20. Let's say now you try for 30. This will be 27,000, right? So then you will say yourself, okay, the number has to be between 20 and 30. Now this is given. So then you will approach. Then see this object. Once you know this, the number has to be between 20 and 30. It becomes easy. Now second objective is to get 2 zeros at end. Then you will say, okay, how I can get 2 zeros, and it is given 3 consecutive numbers. Let's say I take if I have 3 numbers whose unit digit are 1, 2, 3, they will never give 0. 3 into 2 into 1 will never give 0. Let's say I take 2, 3, 4. Then again 3 into 6, 6 into 4, 24. This will not also give 0. Let's say I take 4, 5, 6. Here you will say, okay, 4, 5 are 20 and 20. Okay, you will take this combination. Now let's say you take another combination 5, 6, 7. Here also you will get 0. So you will say, okay, which one to take? So, but immediately you will know the number 24, 25 and 26. And here the numbers will be 25, 26 and 27. Okay. So you have to find which of these combination would be. So what you will do, and you have to identify the 3, 4, 5. See, we have forgotten one more combination. You could have also taken 3, 4, 5. Because 4 into 5 here also, you will get 0. 4 into 5 is 0. So one possibility could be 23 squared, 24 and 25. Now, see, now your computation skill should be very much, I must say, prominent. You have to identify the square of these numbers, right? Plus these has to be one of these numbers. And you have to get 0, 0 at the end. Okay. So first, do not do this calculation. First, try to convince yourself which of these combination you have to take. Let's say you take 23, 24 and 25. 23, 24 and 25. So you have to get 2 zeros at the end. So you will say 23 into 6 into 4 into 25. This is 100. This is fine. But how much is 23 into 6? That is 120 and 18. Right? 138. Then you will say, okay, this will give me only 13800. So this cannot be my combination. You will cancel it. Then let's say you take this combination. 24 into, here you will take 6 into 4 into 25 into 26. Right? This is 100. 26 into 6 is how much? 120 plus 36, right? 156, and you got this number. So immediately you will say, this is my combination. Now, see, in examination scenario, you can stop here. Because, see, these two statements cannot be contradicted. Let's say you got a number, 3 numbers whose product is 156. But again, question will not stop here. You have to take the square of these numbers and find out which of them can which of them can be sum of the square. Now this is very interesting and I will say slightly difficult question. Now you must know the squares. 24 square is 576. 25 square 625. 26 square 676. Observe here difference between 24 square and 26 square is 100. This is the way I remember, and hopefully you will also remember this way. And when you add this, how much it will be? 12, 7, right? 7, 14, 15, 17, again 18, 18, 7, 7. You will say D is the answer. Little bit lengthy, but this is the way you have to think. Next question, please. What would the remainder when this number is divided by 19? Generally, what you do when you get question like this, you try to apply remainder theorem. Let's say somebody says, what is the remainder when 13 to the power 60 is divided by 7? Let's say 11. So what you do, you divide this, right? 13 by 11, you write 2 to the power 60. Then, what you will do, you will write it like 16 power 15. What I've done, 2 to the power 4 into, same thing. You got it. Then you will write it in the form of, you will divide 16 by 11, then you will write 5 to the power 15. And this is the way you find remainder using remainder theorem. But in this question, you observe this expression is being divided by 19. And understand this, in generally, as far as I can visualize, in CSAT question, on remainders, you are going to get two kinds of question. One question will be like this. that 13 to the power, this combination, that n to the power, let's say x to the power n, x to the power n, and you are looking this number divided by y, where x is more than y. But in this case, what is happening? 15 is less than 19, and it is in the, you can see it is an expression, mathematical, algebraic expression. So you have to remember one, I will say fact. What that fact is, whenever an, give an expression in the form of an plus bn, and where the powers of n are odd, then you can write this expression in the form of a to the power b, a to the power n minus 1 plus a to the power n minus 2, like that, b to the power n minus 1 and b to the power n minus 2, like that, a plus b. So what indirectly means, whenever the powers are odd, you can take that base, sum of base out. So here it will be 15 plus 23. See how it can be written. See, that is nothing but simple algebra. We cannot go into that here because otherwise it will become a hardcore mathematics class. But you must remember this fact, that whenever it is in the form of an plus bn and n is odd, this can be written in this form. That is, you can take a plus b out. Here a plus b is what? 15 plus 23. That is 38. And 38 is divisible by 19. Because you are looking for divisible by 19. So remainder has to be 0. Fine. Always remember, see, we have solved this question. This is important. But in examination, you will enter with this mindset. I'm going to get two kinds of question on remainder theorem. Calculating remainder. One is this type, and another is just what we mentioned, x to the power n when it's divided by y, where x is greater than y. Then you simply divide x by y, you check, get the remainder, and you keep on applying it. Fine. Now let's see next question. What this question says, very, it's again very similar, but in a different form. Here, this expression is there, and what is the remainder when x is divided by 70? So it is chances are very less somebody will know q, and even if you know q, you are not going to calculate them and add them. No, that will not work. So again, here also remember, just now we said an plus bn can be written in the form of a plus b and this thing when n are odd. But let's say if the expression is, have more terms, b to the power n plus c to the power n plus d to the power n, and like this, right? Z to the power n, and all n's are odd. Even then you can take a plus b plus c z, common, and here you will write n minus 1 plus b n minus 1, like that, z n minus 1, like that, a z. Fine. So what is the observation? Now again you can take this thing outside but the power has to be odd. So what you will take? You will take 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19 common, and what is the sum here? This is your 35. This again is 35. That means that is equal to 70. And when the 70 is divided by 70, what is the remainder? 0. Fine. The remainder has to be 0. So again, here answer would be D. Very similar question, but again, wonderful question. Now let's move to next question. What it says. This is again a beautiful question, slightly difficult, but train your mind self for a question like this. You are given that the sum of 4 consecutive 2-digit odd numbers when divided by 10 becomes a perfect square. So 4 consecutive 2-digit odd number here, odd numbers, and it becomes a perfect square. Which of the following can possibly one of these numbers? First, you will look at the numbers. Okay, let's say one of those numbers is 21. So number can be 23, 25, 27. But you are not going to, you are not going to check for all these combination, because there are many combination. So what you will do, you will see what could be my what could be my unit digit of odd numbers, because you have to, when you divide it by 10, you get a perfect square. So this gives you this tells you that by adding those 4 consecutive numbers, you will get 0 as a unit digit. So the unit digit can be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Because when these numbers are, these units are present at the these digits are present at the unit place, then only you can have your odd number. But you have to choose 4. Let's say you choose 1, 3, 5, 7. Here can you get 10? 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus is 7, 16. In this combination, you cannot get 0. Now come to 3, 5, 7, 9. You understand why we are taking, we are looking for 0, because when you divide it by 10, you get a perfect square. So the either there should be 1 0, there might be 2 0. That is wonderful, but at least 1 0 should be there. So you have to look for that combination where the sum of 4 digit is 4 unit digit is 0. Here again, 5, 3, 8, 8 and 7, 15. This is 15 and 9, 26. This cannot be the combination. Let's take next one. 5, 7, 9, 1. 9, 1, 10, 17, 22. This again is not a combination. Then what you will do, you will get stressed. Why I'm not getting a combination? You will try here 7 and 9, 16, 16, 17, 17, 3, 20. You will be very happy, and you will say, okay, now my 4 consecutive digit must have, 4 consecutive odd digit must have this number, 7, 7, 9, 1, 3. Okay, so you will go 7, 9, 1, 3. Sorry, what is this? Now you have to identify the 10th digit. Let's say now you will go by option. Let's say you take 21. You take 21, that this number has to be 19, this 17, and this your 23, right? And when you add them, what you will get? Let's say, see how you will add it. You already know the sum of 7, 9, 1, 3 is 20. So you have that memory, right? So, and this is again 40, 50, 60 plus 60 plus, see, 60 plus 20 you will write. In your mind, it should come 60 plus 20. Why? Because 7, 9, 1, 3, you already know. That's what you were looking for. And you're simply adding 10, 10, 40. That is 80. When you divide 80 by 10, what you get? You get 8. 8 is not a perfect square. So, this cannot be a combination. Let's move to 25. If I take 25, so what I will do, let's say I'm taking one of the number 25. Okay, 25 cannot be the number, because my number has to be 7, 9, 1, 3. So unit digit cannot be 5. So you will eliminate 25 immediately. Let's say 41. So you take 41. This is 39. This is 37. And this is 43. What you will do? This is again 80, right? This again is 80. Then you will get 160. When you divide it by 60, you will get 16, and you will be very happy, and you will say 41 is my answer, because 16 is a perfect square. Fine. So I hope you enjoyed this session. This way we will keep on discussing. See, the idea, Lukmaan IAS objective here is to share with you some questions which we can say with 99% probability, those will appear in CSAT 2024. Not verbatim, but at least in logic. So thank you very much.